everybody. Welcome in. Happy Monday, y'all. Hope you're having a good one. Wow, this got way turned down. Chowder was facing the mic with his face again. That didn't make sense. He was hitting the mic with his face again, not facing the mic with his face again. Fuck. We're off to a great start, boys. Welcome in, homies. I hope you're doing great. I appreciate y'all coming by. Kieran with the subby. I appreciate you. 42 months. That's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. Headbutting the mic is what I meant to say, yes. Instead I said facing the mic with his face because my brain fucking works. Ryan, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Nerd Holla, thank you for coming in. Calf, I see you in there. Who else? Anybody else? I think that's everyone. Just JGB, I see you. You big, beautiful man. I appreciate you. Everyone else who's in the chat lurking, I hope you're having a great day. Rusty, welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. So, a couple announcements to get through for the thing. I got a pretty busy week coming up this week with work, so I won't be around too much. But next week, or the week after, whatever, the week of the 19th, I'm taking a week off of work because it's my birthday month. Thank you, Chris, for your Prime sub. Yeah, I appreciate you, my friend, for Prime subbing all up on us. You're the best. Yeah, I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday, September 25th. It's gonna be fun. I'm taking the weekend of the 19th to like the 22nd or whatever off to either do some camping with the boys, or I'm gonna do some streaming with the boys. Middle ground, we find a camping simulator game to play with the boys. It'll be great. We can just camp virtually. No, I'm kidding.
Phasmophobia, but only the campsite.
I'd really like to play that low-key. That could be fun. Campsite only. Campsite only. Time off now. I am actually allowed contractually. I had a vacation day, and I took it. Swamp Sass. Thank you very much. Bigfoot game. I'd play it. I'd play it with the boys. It would be great. So keep an eye out for some streams then. Even like if we do camping stuff, I'm going to make time to get some streaming stuff in. We'll probably do a big birthday stream on the day too, on the Thursday. I took that off, so it's gonna be a busy couple weeks coming up after that. Otherwise, we have decided officially that the Saving Stanislav one-shot is gonna happen as our Halloween one-shot this year. We're not necessarily gonna dress as our characters, but we're all gonna dress up, have some fun, do some fun stuff for our Halloween game. Keep an eye out for that.
I don't plan on painting myself gold, sorry. Or purple.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
No, we will not talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
We're talking about it right now, and the answer is no.
Oh, okay. That's what you think. That's what you think. You haven't been informed that you're going to wake up one morning painted head to toe in gold. You wake up, go to work, look in the mirror, and be like, I'm gold. I'm gonna get you. Just wait. It'll be good. I'm Stanislav now. The horns are the hard part. I'd be more concerned about the surgically implanted devil horns. I'm just saying. That should be really
that's cool. That's just cool.
Gonna get you a reality TV show. My roommate painted me gold. Either way, keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be Halloween themed, around Halloween. I'm not sure what day that'll fall on, but I'll let you know. Keep an eye out on the Discord. Other than that, I got nothing new going on with me. I'm gonna open up the floor below to the boys, starting with Ryan. What do you got going on at the Purple House, my friend?
Hey, babies. Oh, just Muppet Gang as usual. We're getting real close to 700, so that's going to be an 18-hour stream coming up soon. God only knows what that'll mean, but you know, I'm excited for it. Come on and see us. Mwah.
18 hours of marbles. That's it.
Yeah, only marbles.
Nothing
We never
else.
start a single round. It's just yapping. 18 hours.
Like each hour is a different gif of you at the bottom of the screen dancing, but it's the same dance on repeat for an hour. Nothing changes. Make it happen. It'll be sweet. JT, what you got, buddy? Any words for the peoples?
Not a whole lot of words specifically. However, I'm fucking going to Philly Friday, so that's pretty sick. Going out there, meeting some buddies and checking out. You ready? Sponsored segment. Sponsored. Dead Wrong, the homies band. Go fucking check them out.
Merch.
Go straight through me.
That was perfect. Accidental advertising.
But actually, go check out the homies band.
Seriously. The t-shirts are really comfy.
Sick.
They have good nipple feel, which everyone knows is important when purchasing a t-shirt.
I need good nipple.
You need gentle nipple feel to avoid chafing. Next
How
up,
else
Chris.
would I get this?
Chris, what do you got to say to the peoples? Exactly, JT. I'm glad you understand.
Not too much. I'm excited to get back to the shenaniganery.
A lot of shenanigans happening. And possibly war crimes, but that's just the fun of D&D. That's how we do it.
It's never a war crime the first time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, can't really debate that.
Suggestions.
So, with all that being said, I appreciate everyone came in, hanging out in chat. I hope you enjoy the session. I have no idea where this is going to go, so I'm very excited to get back into things. So, without further ado, let us recap. Last session, the party left the Temple of Drak'Tharan. I remembered the fucking name this time. Let's go me. Couldn't remember it for the whole session. Temple of Drak'Tharan.
The Thundering Skies.
Yeah, the Temple of the Lord of the Thundering Skies. So, you left the Temple of Drak'Tharan after discussing what your potential plan would be and hearing that perhaps the first waves of the Battle of Laravos Lake had come to an end, and you had a moment to ponder what your next steps would be as you made your way along the southern coast of the lake around to where you had heard all the gunfire happening. As the battle had come to a close, you spend time hiding outside the ring of where people might be able to see you, outside the large clearing where the battle had taken place. With a little bit of hasty decision-making, our druid, our beloved Vikarl, conjured a, shall we say, small swarm of giant owls, which flew out of the forest very rapidly, very unstealthily, and alerted, for lack of a better term, every single soldier on the field, many of whom turned and fired their weapons in unison at the crowd of owls making their way towards them, startling them into gunfire. Unfortunately, you lost a number of your owls in the process, and in doing so, kind of ruined the element of surprise you had been hoping to potentially use. However, not wanting to waste an opportunity, Captain Belros ordered his troops to attack from the bottom of the lake as they surfaced through the ice and made their way onto the shore. The soldiers, having loosed their guns, fired their guns at the owls you had conjured, found themselves without any ammo to fire back and were quickly overwhelmed, while the rest of you made your way out of the forest and caused, shall we say, a fairly large fucking explosion to rock the entire countryside, lighting the dim winter sky and causing much of the camp to be set ablaze as the surviving owls took what little bit of fabric they could, dragging it from tent to tent, burning the entire encampment as they went. As the battle descended into utter chaos, the forces of the Trudgehill Trading Company were overwhelmed, and you found yourself successful. She had a brief moment of conversation with Captain Belros, who, although he honored your bargain and offered you your chance to walk away free men, safe from the small horde of drowned which he had amassed after the battle, though not without the briefest moment of potential considering of betrayal crossing his face, noticed mostly by JT, or I'm sorry, Dusty, not JT. You're not JT right now. However, the party, not wanting to waste an opportunity to live, decided to make their way into the Forest of Avinar, away from the battle site and whatever the horde of undead intended to do after. And that is where we will pick up the session as the party make their way into the forest, followed by Greg Johnson and his limp-armed spaghetti-armed undead gifted to him by Captain Belros, the most useful servant you have ever seen. Greg Jr., the zombie. Zombie Greg Jr. Following quickly in his wake. What are you guys doing? Just crunching through the winter snow. Calf Som rolled a weather check. I believe it was 66, 63, 66, somewhere around there. The snow has continued to fall. At this point, it's drifting through the sky. It's beginning to kind of coat the forest floor, muffling the sounds of your footsteps ever so slightly. Every breaking twig you step over muffled ever so slightly by the snow. Other than that, the storm has mostly held off.
I think I still have Longstrider up. I cast it right at the beginning of the battle. It hasn't been that long, so...
It was not a long battle. The forces of the TTC did not last long after they shot all of their ammunition at a horde of owls.
Good choice.
Rip
yes,
owls.
I'm a little quicker than normal right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Keeping up with Dusty.
45 feet right now. How fast are you, Dusty? Am I faster than you? Muted.
30 normally, but
Your cat.
when I speed, I go 60.
Yeah.
And then with dash action, technically, dash action first, 120.
Either way, you're both moving very fast.
Too fast. Well, we've got to get back to our place.
Yeah, we do.
'Cause we're making haste.
I didn't really have a whole lot of time to say it. I did find some letters in their command tent, so I grabbed those. We can read over them when we're closer to home. Greg, God damn it. Guys, we can't have him having the zombie, bro. That's just a dead giveaway if they didn't know.
Just trudges to a stop next to him. That's Greg Jr.
Yeah, Greg
Can we fit
Jr. is
him in
gonna
the
get us
bag?
executed.
Yeah, he's fit as a fiddle. Look at him. Healthiest
He's
boy
not
I've
like
ever
half-
seen.
Like half his limbs, so like, can he not just?
He's
fit him in
missing
the
half
bag?
his limbs. He just looks to Xechas for a second.
N-
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. But can we shove him in the bag and everything's fine? Yes.
Oh. Yeah, that could be fun. You want to go in the bag? Greg Jr.
Rather
just
not
like looks
have
at him.
everything I own in zombie residue.
Can we shove him in a bag into the bag?
Disgruntled zombie moans at the concept of being stuffed into a bag.
No, the zombies are not going into my bag.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no one would know about him if he was in your bag. I'm just saying.
Yes, but all of my stuff would become coated in his gross disgustingness. No, thank you.
How about we tie him up just out before we get into town, right outside city limits?
Yeah, like give him like a leash or something. Yeah, that would work.
That might work. Okay. Sure.
Thank you for the Sabby Stormy. I appreciate you. Appreciate
Alright.
you, buddy. 27 months. Let's go.
We can discuss it later.
Let's go.
He'll have to stay at the house, if anything.
Oh yeah, where else
True.
would you keep a young man who's yet to grow into a man?
Well, he
He's
won't
a
grow
place to
into
live.
a man.
You don't know that.
Fairly certain that we do.
But you know what? There's
Don't
something to
worry
be
about
said
that.
about believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm like looking over at Dusty and Xechas like,
Out of character, I can't get rid of Hellscorp zombie pet without Hellscorp being here. That would be wrong. And JT's frozen, just staring at us incredulously, and I didn't
ever
notice until now.
Me neither. It's just ever so that I'm like, wow, he could have been sitting like that 100%.
I thought Dusty was sarcastically judging me that whole time. What are you guys doing?
All right. If the company does not know about this incident because, well, as Belros said, no survivors that we know of, then we have a chance to stay doing what we were doing.
Yes, you're not wrong.
How do we
So
know
going
for
away,
sure?
Well, we don't. That's the problem. The other issue is, that's kind of a dead giveaway. But as we said, we'll discuss that at a different time. As he points at Greg Jr.
Alright, well, as long as we can keep Greg Jr. far away enough, I'm sure he won't. Seems like he isn't, he's immune to death, probably, of natural causes.
Also, I didn't get a chance to really chat with y'all about it in the midst of all the running from the fire.
Yes.
Belros definitely had a thought cross his mind about stabbing us in the back.
I don't doubt that for a second.
Me neither.
Which worries me about our zombie friend again, because they were his messengers. But
Right.
fucking Greg. You can see he's specifically talking to you two away from Greg at this point.
Well, if it really becomes a problem, then I guess we have to deal with it.
Unfortunately, but we'll deal with that when the time comes, I suppose.
We'll just tie him up very far away from anything.
We can put him in the
Right.
basement.
True.
Rather not even bring it into our house.
Right.
I
Well-
just don't know where else we would keep him out of sight.
That's fine. Let's just get there and then
Let's go see if we
make sure
have a house.
everything's okay. Yes, exactly.
Oh, and I'm still power walking.
Find out if we gotta start packing, if anything. Are you muted?
Yes, my bad. If you guys are just leaving from where you are, I need a survival check for the party to figure out which way you need to go through the woods. You guys did not bring a boat this time, and you traveled overland through the forest. So you do know the Laravos Lake Lumber Mill, the Laravos Lumber Company, is situated on the north shore, kind of towards the western side of the lake. And that's more or less the direction you'd be heading if you stuck to the lakeside, or you can just make your way right through the forest altogether.
Alright.
What is
I'm gonna
that?
make a survival check. I now have
Okay.
to ask you because I got
Mm.
in my level up, I took Arctic as my new favorite terrain because it made
Mhm.
the most sense with us being in fucking
In
Arctic.
the fucking winter time, yes, that would.
Would that
you know.
count?
Yeah,
That's
I would
my
say that
favorite
definitely
terrain.
counts. I would say this counts. For the time being, I will count Arctic and winter as the same.
I'll guidance Dusty as well.
With the D4, it's gonna be
21.
So
21.
fairly easily make your way onto the right path, we shall say. Not so much a path, just the right direction through the forest as the snow is gently falling all around you. And you're just
Bushwhacking.
kind of making your way through the woods. You do see a trail of footprints, fresh, also making their way this way. It's like one or two kind of weaving around each other, making their way through trees. You see a small trickle of blood also making its way, kind of like someone who's been wounded and has just gradually bled little bit by little bit. Just kind of these random drops about 10 to 20 feet apart. Looks like perhaps you've landed on the trail of some survivors.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, good. Well, we should follow it, right?
Yep. I guess I'm tracking whoever this is now. I'm gonna get
Right.
down like I'm hunting, but tracking this trail of blood.
Okay. Are you stealthing for that process, or are you speeding along?
I think in the interest of time, Dusty's just running along, keeping track of
Okay.
shit as he goes.
So not stealthing?
No.
Okay.
Because everybody else is with him, and he doesn't want to leave them behind while stealthing.
Fair. You make your way through the forest at speed, going through what you can, and as you kind of bending your way around the a tree, you hear a very familiar click sound as someone pulls back the flintlock on their rifle, and you can guess it is likely pointed at you, and you kind of take a second to look around. Roll me a perception check.
Just him or everyone?
Just him.
In the wood and Arctic. Fuck, because that was horrendous otherwise. I guess technically the first roll was a 14.
Okay, 14 is, I would say, good enough. You see kind of about 40 feet from where you currently rest, maybe a little further, give or take. There's just a rifle kind of leaned against a tree branch pointed directly towards you. I guess a musket, not a rifle. It's your musket just aimed right towards you. And then you kind of look around and you see 3 more, all pointed at you from different angles, all coming from about the same area. They're only spaced about 10, maybe 15 feet apart at most, kind of spread out in about a 40-foot line in front of you, just all kind of angled towards you guys.
Dusty's gonna kind of halt. Are y'all with the company?
Ooh,
We all part of the massacre that happened back there?
what do you
We
think?
just ran away.
You ran away? Who are you? What are you
Yeah.
doing out here?
Well, we were trying to investigate the drown, but apparently the drown wanted to investigate a whole lot of y'all.
Put your hands up. The gun kind of like straightens as if he's kind of aiming it more towards his shoulder. Roll me a deception check though, as you attempt to deceive your way through this.
I'm so good at these.
You are so good at these, bro.
So good.
I'm so good at these, actually. Some say I'm the best at these.
Oh no. The weapon kind of tenses for a moment, but doesn't fire. What are you doing investigating the dead?
But we were sent by the company to investigate the dead.
We are the company.
Yeah, and Hebscorn sent us out to investigate the drown. Or at least what was happening at the lumber mill.
Who the fuck
And then
is
the lumber mill
Hebscore?
workers said,
And you hear as he's like, who the fuck's Headcorn? Another voice kind of pops up. The fucking governor, you idiot. Oh. I didn't see you out there. What are you doing out here? It's very suspicious. I don't trust you.
well, we were investigating. We found a cave. There was a bunch of bodies in this cave. So we went towards all the cannon fire. And by the time we got there, everyone was dead. And I'm sorry, but I'm not walking into a fucking army of walking corpses.
So you saw what happened and did nothing then?
Well, I mean, there's not much to do. There weren't actually any survivors till we found you guys, I guess. Glad y'all got away, at the least.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Now do me a favor. Walk away. I don't trust you.
He's gonna look back at Mike Carl and say,
You have 4 guns, at this point all leveled at your chest.
Alright, well, if you guys can make it back to your town, safe and secure, that's good.
We'll make it back alright. Someone needs to know what happened here.
Indeed. It was a tragedy.
Kayla
He's just
gave
gonna
White
have his
Carl
hands up.
advantage.
As he
Keep
starts
that
to
in your
back up,
pocket. Thanks, baby.
get back closer to Vite Carl and Xechas.
The weapons just all follow you. Well, as you just take one step back at a time, kind of crunching in the snow as you do, till you regroup with the rest of your party. And Greg Jr., of course. Actually, are you attempting to hide Greg Jr.?
If he's like just standing on the open, yeah, I would at least try to like fucking stand in front of him or some shit. I don't know if Greg is doing that or not.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
Collectively as a party, I'm gonna say everyone except Dusty. So it'll just be Vite Carl and Xechas because I'm not gonna roll for Greg. Okay.
I stand in front of them too, just I put up the other hand instead.
So as you see this kind of conversation unfolding, the tension in the air of these weapons all being pointed at Dusty and him very, very obviously stumbling through a lie about their presence out here. You watch as Dusty backs up and realizing perhaps having one of the undead that just attacked these men with you, it's probably not the greatest idea. Xechas and Vite Carl, you kind of cross your arms and lean up against each other, creating a bit of a human slash, undead slash Goliath shaped wall between their vision and Carl, or fucking Greg Johnson Jr. I want to say Carl's Jr. for some reason. Greg Johnson Jr.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but please sponsor me. Please sponsor me. Sponsors, please. Do it. Do it. And you guys managed to hide Greg Johnson and potentially prevent further bloodshed, but it is very clear that they did not believe what Dusty told them.
As Dusty has his hands up, he's going to turn to the other two. And then kind of turn back. I don't know what direction you guys are headed in, but there's a good chance that you are headed in the exact same direction we need to head in. So we'll let y'all do your thing, but we kind of got to go that way too, so...
Take the long way.
Stay back.
Next time we see you, we fire.
Okay. And he's going to turn to the other two. And he's just going to kind of give him a shrug. And then... quieter, since we're a bit further away at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do?
What I said I wasn't going to, and I'm gonna take my bag and just kind of like crouch down behind where Vite Carl is, and I'm just gonna kind of like grab Greg Jr.'s foot and just kind of like trip him and just catch him with the bag.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
To do that while you're actively helping hide him. Okay. Easily
21.
done. Yeah, you pull it off masterfully.
Oof.
As you do so. You hear one of the voices, "What was that?" And you're just like, "Nothing." And then it just kind of passes. Managed to do it without anyone really noticing.
We
anything.
were looking for bandages or anything that might help you guys, as you points to the blood on the ground. You guys are kind of leaving a bit of a trail for undead folk to follow.
We'll be
Does
fine.
anybody need okay, I can heal if anybody needs it.
You hear there's a pause.
It can be from a distance.
You see the kind of like the rifle just lower, not completely, but just like enough that you can tell he's kind of taken his attention off keeping the aim up on it. You kind of hear some muffled talking. You hear, "Get out there." And you see this kind of younger looking gentleman, probably 16, 17 years old, quite young, kind of come out in a scruffy looking uniform. It's been torn and cut, and he has what appears to be a stab wound in the shoulder that he's nursing, and you can already see a little tinge of the blue rot kind of spreading up his neck from the wound and onto his face. Little bluish tint to the skin and a dark blue, almost blackish color to the veins you can see poking through the skin. You can open.
Oh, I can help with the injury, with the infection. My friend here might be able to. I'm not sure.
Yes, I believe I can. I will need to get close.
Just you. Slowly. You see all the, like, now just 3 rifles all point to you, while the gentleman with the wound kind of leans, like, still holding his, but is holding his jacket open.
The second rifles go toward White Carl, instinctively Dusty's hand under his fucking coat goes to his flintlock. It's almost like a nah, you ain't gonna point guns at that motherfucker, bro.
Not my man's. I just start moving very slowly.
Mm-hmm. Slowly.
And as I get past Xechas, I just go, "You first. I'll follow your lead." Just keep moving forward.
It's all right. I can heal you from here. It's all right. And I'm gonna hit the kid with a healing word.
And as the wound starts to kind of like close over a little bit.
Nice. Two whole healing words.
+3.
Whoop.
For some reason, it doesn't add my spellcasting modifier into the roll.
Yeah.
I just get right up to him, and I just sort of whisper under my breath, just, "You'll be okay." And I sort of gather up the energy left over from Xechas's healing word, and I sort of hold it as it sort of spills through my fingers. And the sigils from the great drunken father come around, and I just sort of push all of the energy into the wound.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like it hurts for a second, and then it...
You see the grip on the gun, on the musket tighten for a moment. The wound flashes and dissipates. You cast Lesser Restoration on him, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Discombobulate. Oh no.
Discombobulating?
We're discombobulating. Discord's discording again, guys. Oh no. This might be the shortest ever D&D game.
Discombobulate.
Is the sound alerts visible? They are. They are. Okay, we're good.
Incredible.
We're good. We're good. We have McClunky. We're Gucci.
McClunky.
I'm hoping that's the end of the Discord troubles, because that shit is annoying. So, discombobulate.
Discombobulate.
Oh no, guys.
Yes.
There is an overwhelming amount of discombobulation. It really is the perfect sound alert for what has happened.
Discord! Discord!
It's like they're fixing the problem as we speak, and they're like, occasionally shit disconnects for just a sec, but reconnects. Oh my
Okay,
God, that's so
if
funny.
this happens 3 more times, we're canceling the stream and continuing next week. That's 2.
Okay.
We get 3 more, and we're not playing Peak. I'm gonna go play with my stupid water slides and Planet Coaster 2, and live my best life like I deserve to do, like a happy DM, where things work. Where things work.
Until the water slide doesn't work, and then it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's already not working. That's the problem. I need to go fix the stupid water slide because people keep swimming underneath it, and then people in tubes are hitting them in the face with the tubes, and it's all falling apart.
And there's no way to make the pools no swimmers.
Yeah.
Swimmers are allowed in any pool at any time.
Yeah.
Tube combobulate.
Tube combobulate. All right, so I can't remember where we are. The discombobulate straight up fucked my shit up. What were we doing?
Restoration.
Thank you. Lesser restoration. dramatic tension. No such thing as a happy day. That's fair. Now the stream is hella delayed, but that's okay. That's okay. So, as you cast Lesser Restoration, you see the blackened veins beginning to fade, the blue tinge to the skin fading, small amount of boils beginning to creep through as he's holding open his jacket, showing you the wound, also fade. And the wound itself still looks fresh and a little bleedy, but you do see that the healing done by Xechas was at least enough to not actively be bleeding out from the wound, although the wound is still present.
And I kind of a little too quickly back up, and
Should be good now. We'll be on our way.
They kind of... Wait! You see the rifles kind of go up for a second. The guy you've been speaking to kind of comes out from behind a tree. Looks probably younger 20s, low 20s. Kind of pockmarked face with a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow and a very light goatee. And hair kind of bound into a fairly tight ponytail. He kind of, still holding his weapon at the ready, just not point directly at you, finally shows himself. I'd be lying if I said we know the way. We're trying to find the trail we followed, and, well, we can't. But we figured we'd find something if we wandered long enough, but... Really, though, why are you here? No reason to come out this far.
Understand, I'm a little concerned, you know, and it had me jumbling my words. I'm not the best of speakers, but I was honest with you about why we were out here. We were looking for the dead. That is what we were out here for. We were late.
We found where they used to be located, and then we heard the battle from across the lake. By then it was too late.
They killed me friends. As far as I know, it's just us that survive. At least from what I saw.
How, I hope you don't mind me asking. I saw the setups that y'all had there, and I'm decently trained in, firearms myself. Hell, I even had family go into the company.
Who hasn't?
It looked like you guys had a great positioning, and I just don't know how that could have fallen that way.
I don't know, they came out of the water first, and it was a battle. It lasted a little while, and then went away. Then some big fucking birds flew out of the forest, and I startled everybody, and we all opened fire, and when we did that, they attacked again. We had nothing to shoot them with. I didn't know there were owls fighting with the fucking undead, but apparently one was carrying around like a flaming tent. He dropped it on Fred, and Fred died under that tent. I can still hear him screaming, I can. Dead
like
Fred.
Carl's making is braiding with some string.
I've never seen anything like it. Giant owls carrying flaming tents. Oh, Fred.
I'm sorry that happened. I just... Perhaps when we get back...
Jackass.
Perhaps when we get back, any details you can give us, maybe we can track down. Did you see anyone leading the undead? Or...
Yeah, it was kind of hard to miss. Got down poor Peter like he was making butter. Half his face was missing. You could see his teeth. With barnacles all over him.
We get back, any info you guys have, maybe we can track him down to where he doesn't have an army at his disposal, and we can take care of him. we're good, just not good against that.
Fair. I want all of you to roll me an insight check, please.
Up.
13.
Ah.
I was waiting for Vytkar.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So seems like he's being pretty earnest. That is like the most he seems to know about the attack, why they were so distracted. He didn't seem to mention any knowing of being attacked by a third party apart from the owls and the flaming tent situation. So as far as you guys know, this guy was likely on the side of the battlefield, kind of away from your line of sight during the fight, and seems to have no knowledge of anything beyond what he described. He seems to have given an earnest description of his perspective of the battle.
Alright, well, I'm a good tracker. I've been in these woods for most of my life, so I can guide y'all back.
We'd appreciate that. We probably would have frozen out here. They don't exactly gear us up for the cold, do they? He kind of squeezes his coat up. He's like, apart from the blue rot, there's like a noticeable kind of purplish blue color to their lips, like they've been out in the snow and the cold for quite some time now. They look like they're in pretty rough shape, just overall, morale-wise. We'll follow you. Lead the way.
Alright. He's gonna kind of walk past them first.
Mm-hmm.
And just start heading back towards.
I'm right behind you.
He would not take them directly to the house.
Okay.
He would kind of lead them onto the trail and then just point them the rest of the way towards, like, lead them to a main trail and then point them.
Are you going back
this.
to, like, your residence?
He wants to
The
lead
S.U.C.C
them
headquarters, if you were?
He wants to lead them to the road first and then point them in the direction of Fort Mismere.
Okay.
And then once they separate.
Currently is no road between Fort Mismere and Laravos Lake. You've traveled by boat to like the small lodging house and took a small trail from there, but every other time you've just had to wander through the forest and find whatever path you can through the woods.
I think in that case, then he wants to lead them in the direction of Fort Mismere and then go in the direction of the main road that he would know between like his house and
We'll take
there.
the long way, yeah.
Yeah, just take the long way past our house and then go to the road and then point them in the direction.
You guys, yeah, your house is north of Mismere anyway, so approach from the south and just kind of
Yeah.
direct them to the town and skirt your way around in the forest up to the main road. And further to the north, easily done. For the sake of brevity, we'll say it is a fairly quick day's travel without event. The group manages to keep up with you for the most part, though they're not quiet for the most of it, but you do know while you are traveling at a fairly good speed, even moving above normal speed, it is about a day and a half worth of journey. So at a certain point, the sun does begin to go down. The sun itself grows very, very cold, just like the weather. As the sun sets, it just begins to grow more frigid. The snow continues to fall all around you, and eventually you see the group beginning to kind of tarry a little behind and slow down a little as night begins to creep around.
Are y'all, I assume you left most of your encampment stuff so we can set up some tents, but
One of the other guys who at this point you notice he has like a very mousy kind of face. He's like, yeah, that owl burned all my shit. I don't know where I never seen anything like that, but all my possessions was in that tent and they're all gone now.
Oh, well,
That's just Mouse. Don't worry about him. Yeah.
I'm worried about him.
Oh, you should be. I lost all my stuff. It's very sad.
I have a tent that you can use for the night.
It's more the sentimental stuff, but I appreciate the thought.
Yes, that's fair.
It was
I had a
Mouse's
carving
letter
my
under that
great
bedroll.
Gem gave me, and now it's ash. It's alright, Mouse. I know you loved that. I did, yeah. I sure did. As Carl's like standing between these two, having this
I'm still just
conversation back
braiding.
and forth.
I've gotten very long braid going right
Roll for braid, please.
now. Whoop.
That'll be your
and-
special skill. It's just awkward braiding. We have buffoonery and awkward braiding.
Not pretty.
It's not very good. It's not a great braid. It's more nervous, anxious, if you will. But you're starting to get the hang of it. You figure with more practice, you'll be able to braid things quite efficiently. Other people's hair, because you can't grow any yourself. Rope,
I won't get
twine,
good.
and such. Yeah, you'll be the go-to braider.
I'm gonna braid Ashlyn's baby's hair.
At that point, Mouse goes over and grabs like a small hatchet from the pack on his back and begins cutting down kind of a couple smaller trees, preparing to get any firewood he can, trying to find some stuff that's dry, and goes about his business. The individual who's kind of been leading their group kind of like nestles down next to where they're building a little fire pit. So how'd you lot end up working for the company then?
Well, we kind of came from. Well, I've been here, but these two, I believe, came from a ship across the water.
That's right.
Oh, me too. It was not fun. I don't like ships. And now you work for the company, same as me, but they didn't give you a uniform.
Well, we're private contractors,
Oh, fancy
basically
pants.
mercs.
I understand.
We had to pay our dues and whatnot.
Everyone pays the dues one way or another.
Very true.
Yeah.
You could call me Stoney, by the way. Sergeant Stoney. It's nice to meet you. Thank you
Nice
for
to meet you, Stoney.
helping our friend. Probably wouldn't have made it without help.
Yes, no, I've seen firsthand what that disease can do. It's rather nasty.
So we've heard.
Mouse comes over and kind of piles some firewood and grabs a flint and steel and starts trying to like and just like about 2-3 minutes of while you're having this conversation and you're being introduced to the fucking Sergeant Starney, you just hear fuck peace, and this goes on for a little bit, and then yes, say house.
Here, instead of, I'm not gonna firebolt it, I'm just gonna pull my tinderbox out. This one is dry. Would you like to do it, or would you like me to give it a go?
Give it here! And grabs it from you, almost like frustratingly but determined, and immediately just and sits there again while you're still talking, doing the same
It's a
shit
skill issue.
over and over and over and over again.
Allow me.
All yours. Oh, I'm out of breath. Oh.
I like him.
And I'm gonna take out a torch that I have and light it, and then light the fire.
Roll me a survival check to light flint and steel in snowfall in
Okay.
Zaweza. That guy rolled what Calf Crow rolled. He rolled a 4, and that's even better. You, while you're going over and giving to, you're like, it's fine. I got you, pulling out a torch and trying to be all fancy and eloquent about it. You're like, it's fine. I got this. And then, and just repeatedly striking the flint and steel over and over again, and you feel this kind of mousy, pockmarked face just kind of lean in from your side. Having some trouble there?
I just look at him with kind of like a dejected slash.
He
like,
smiles at you with like a mousy fucking shit-eating grin.
And I'm just gonna like hold my arm up and firebolt the fire while I'm looking at him. Assert a little dominance.
You see the grin immediately just fade.
There we go. Much better.
We can't all be fancy magic types, can we?
Dusty wants to pull out a fucking tinderbox and light it. Just try it.
From across the camp, you just flick it and a spark just like gracefully flies across. No. The fire is comfortably lit. Mouse is not particular. Like he was trying to take the piss lightheartedly, and you just like looked at him and lit that shit on fire with your finger, and he was just like, could have done that the whole time, man. And kind of goes about his business, begins setting up some semblance of a camp.
I think genuinely when Xechas was struggling to light the match, Dusty was like, is the weather really that fucking bad? And that's why he grabs his tinderbox and lights, and then he lights it, and he just kind of... I did. Rolled a 20.
You did with the 20, yeah.
And he just kind of lights it, and then he shakes it out, hoping that neither of them saw it. He's just like, oh shit.
One try. Perfect lighting. No stress.
No, I didn't see it.
No, you didn't see shit.
Perfect. You're the main one. He wanted to not see that.
After a while,
Like, oh, shit.
the fire is lit. A little bit of comfort is found. You said that you would let them borrow your tent, Xechas?
Yeah, it's just a 2-person, but I'm sure they can cram 3 of them in there if they really want.
There's currently 4 altogether, but they've slept in cozier. You lend them the tent. They all kind of make their way in. Sergeant Starmy sits outside. I can take first watch if you want. I'm not really tired. Not sure I can sleep without hearing the sounds of poor Fred.
So
Awkward
sorry.
pan over to Mike Carl again and back.
Yes, I only need to rest for 4 hours. Thanks to the point to his ears elven lineage. So we'll be up then.
Oh, my liege. And he bows kind of awkwardly to you, seeing the fancy elf ears.
Oh please.
We're just saying where I come from, elves is royalty.
I can stay up with you if you'd like.
If you want, little company never hurt.
Yeah, I'm decent at looking out. And he's gonna climb a tree real quick and just sit on one of the branches.
I'm good down here. He just grabs like a log by the fire, kind of sits next to it. I got this. You get that. And he just starts stoking the fire, kind of comfortably by the side.
I think Dusty at some point climbs back down and goes to wherever Vite Carl is sleeping or laying down. He's gonna put the bag next to Vite Carl. He's gonna scoot it closer, and he's gonna lean down and just be like, just like, hold on to this for me.
Vite
And then
Carl
he's gonna
was,
go
like,
back to the tree.
half asleep, half not, but like he still had there's the braid still going. It's gotten almost down to like his ankle. And he's just going, he's just yeah, of course, yes, sure, absolutely, no problem. I will hold it with my life.
Appreciated. He's gonna go back to the tree.
My life. Smells good.
Okay.
DM, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself because it lasts for 8 hours.
Not concentration,
Sleep.
just lasts the whole time. Okay. Easily done. As everyone kind of settles down for watch, Sergeant kind of sits there. He's just fiddling with his musket, cleaning it up, tidying it up, making sure it's still in good working order. Does not fall asleep. Rolled a nat 20 on his watch. Is watching as he does so. Calf with the weather check. The snow finally comes to a halt, and you're kind of left in like that soft, quiet silence that comes after a heavy snowfall, where the sound just feels muffled all around you, except for the small crackle coming from what remains of the campfire. Sergeant Starmy's kind of just leaning back at this point, resting a little bit. Looks up. Are you back up in the tree?
Yeah, he went back up to the tree.
He just kind of leans forward. What do you suppose the odds are we make it back in one piece? You think those things are looking for us? They didn't seem intent on leaving survivors.
I'm pretty sure the last thing I heard is me and my friends had to run away because they spotted us was the man hollering after us, no survivors. So, you're probably correct.
Well, we better keep an extra good lookout then.
Yep.
There's a non-zero chance those things show up, and if they do, I just want to say thank you for helping out. I was doubtful of you at first, but you see, Captain told us when he marched us out there, he told us not to tell anyone where we were going. We were to march in secret, and we did. We marched in secret. Said he was going somewhere, had to do something with some folk. Said if he didn't come back, we had to... At least one man had to make it back to warn the company that he's been betrayed. Guess that's us now.
Dusty's looking up because he feels super guilty about all of the people that had to die for that. And he's just... I don't know who your captain was meeting, but I'm pretty sure we found him. I think he was in those caves that we went to.
What, the captain?
He was, I believe so. He had an officer's uniform on. He was unfortunately changing, I think.
Hmm.
Similar to how that disease spread in your friend that we cured. But he was already gone from it.
It's unfortunate. To be fair, never really liked him all that much. Shame about his first mate, though. He was actually a pretty good commander. What short time he was, after all. Saw him
Well, he
die
seemed
just
like
before
he
we left.
tried to hold the line.
Perhaps. Either way, at least one of us needs to get back to Missmere and pass on the news.
Did your captain ever mention who he was supposed to meet? That could help us at least track down some semblance.
No, he said he was going out in the woods with local group, and just that they were supposed to be leading him somewhere important. And if he didn't come back, it was because they either left him behind or otherwise betrayed him. And he didn't come back, so I can only assume you found the results of whatever it was that happened to him.
I have some slight concerns.
Well, me too. There's a bunch of, blue zombies walking around and stuff.
No, my concerns lie with the
Little
information he
concerning.
wanted you to tell the company.
What's that?
If someone betrayed him, then, and they're local, then there's a good chance it was possibly even company men themselves.
Probably. Who knows?
Which, if you tell them that, and anyone finds out that you mentioned betrayal, and it's someone in the company, making it back might be the worst thing for you guys.
How you figure? We didn't do nothing.
Well, if the person finds out that you betrayed, or that they know of their betrayal because of you, then that puts you and whoever you care about at risk from that same person who betrayed. And you guys seem like good fellas.
Fair enough, I
So-
suppose. It's kind of silly, though, wouldn't you think? You have to take out a bunch of people. We all know the message. Be kind of suspicious. 4 people just up and disappeared after they reported treachery.
The problem is, a whole captain just disappeared. Well, in a way,
In a sense, yeah.
and they have clearly some powerful allies. As I said, you guys seem like good people, and not everybody in the company can have that said for them, you know?
Oh, thank you.
I just don't want anything bad to happen to you guys.
I mean, it's, hard to think of much things worse than watching your friend die in a torrent of flame and tent, but yeah, I guess there's always worse things that could happen. I could have died in a torrent of flaming tent.
And Dusty's just gonna, that's what I'm worried about.
Well, orders is orders, and I wouldn't be a good soldier if I didn't follow orders, so my safety be damned. We need to make it back to the fort. Crow dances around with their wings and begins to sing. Chris, a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row, big one, small one, some as big as a human twist. This is what the showman said. There you have inspirations, Chris. Enjoy. 1d10s for
Thank you.
you.
Well, let's hope that whoever betrayed them is also not on the prowl for tonight.
Let's hope so. That would be bad. But you look like a capable bunch, I'm sure. Together we could fight them off.
Yeah.
Kel stretches as the watch comes to an end. You said your friend said about 4 hours. It felt like at least 4 hours, right? I'm sleepy.
Yeah, I can wake him up.
Right, I'm gonna go to bed. Happy watch. I'll see you in the morning. He goes into the tent and goes to sleep with the other 3 soldiers. As Xechas finishes his 4 hours of undead elf meditation. Elfitation, if you will.
I'm just wrapped up in 2 blankets outside the tent.
It is cold, but you're close enough to the fire
giant
to get a
fur
little
blankets,
residual heat from it. Yep.
I
It's
think,
been 4 hours already.
yeah. Before I lay down, he's gonna lean down and start writing in the snow with his claw, specifically, and he's gonna write, they don't know, but they do have to tell that the captain was betrayed.
Xechas, you have advantage from Kayla. Thanks, babe. Love you.
Ooh. Thanks for
That's what he's
making up
gonna
for
write in
last
the
week,
snow.
Kayla. I get what you're doing. I'm gonna pull out my notebook.
Much easier, yes.
Yes. I'm just gonna write in it. Do we have to take them out?
Dusty's gonna write back. He's gonna write back. He was trying to convince them that it's in the best interest of their safety,
I'll
not
pass you the notebook, by the way.
Yeah. But he's not sure it worked because this guy seems committed to his duty.
I'm just gonna write in it. Shame, they seem like nice young fellows. I'm gonna rip out the page and throw it into the fire.
And at that moment, we will take our break for this evening. That feels like a good dramatic place to pause and give
They
you
were
guys
nice young fellows.
a few moments to ponder what comes next. So, y'all, we're going to take our quick 10 minutes here. Sorry, it's kind of a shorter session today with all the technical difficulties and everything going on. We're taking a break a little earlier into the actual session, but it's still been an hour and 40 minutes. So, we're going to take a quick break, Ski. We'll see y'all in 10. Don't go nowhere. And when we get back, we will, potentially see some stuff going down.
You did
I'm
say
very
war
excited.
crimes.
I did say I didn't anticipate, but I should have anticipated. We'll see y'all in 10. Don't go nowhere. We're going to run an ad. Actually, so do go somewhere if you need to pee. Get a coffee. Run from the ad. Bye! Welcome back, everyone. Earth the book. Welcome in, homies. I hope you're having a good one. I was trying to find a campfire to put down here. I don't think I have one. But welcome back. I hope everyone had a good break. I know I did. Thank you for the disadvantage. Stuff. Have a Werther's, but Werther's is like one of my favorite candies. Quick segue, not at all important to D&D, but I don't know if you know this, but at Walmart you can buy a cotton candy machine that will make cotton candy from any hard candy you put inside it. We bought one when I was in college, and with that we took Werther's hard candy and put it in the cotton candy machine. We made Werther's cotton candy, and it was goddamn fantastic. It was the greatest thing on God's green earth, let me tell you, boys. It was good. It was fantastic. Let me tell you what. It was so good. So if you don't even understand, it was the single most delicious thing that has ever existed on planet Earth, and it was fantastic. We also did it with like the peppermint hard candies, all the classics that you would imagine. You need to go into your camera settings and set the focus to only ever be at one spot. I know that would complicate things for when you're dancing, because I'm guessing you move around a lot. But a 900-gram bag of Werther's for $15 at Red Apple. That is the fucking way to do things. I appreciate it. Chris is just having a quick moment, so we're just going to chill for a second. But I wanted to share the Werther's candy story because I feel like everyone should know about Werther's cotton candy given the opportunity. You, too, can make Werther's cotton candy. It's very fantastic. So, picking up where we left off, the party made camp with a small group of TTC soldiers who had seemingly escaped from the battle, mostly unscathed, except for one who appeared to be somewhat wounded and partially infected. However, with some help and some effort from the party, you were able to protect him and then agree to travel with this group, who at first doubted Dusty with his severely poor deception tactics, but given the help and their current situation, they decided to group up. You guys made your way to a camp. A small discussion was held in which you tried to convince Sergeant Sarney, or whatever the fuck I named him. Sarney. Yeah, Sergeant Sarney. That it was in fact...
Sarnia.
Sergeant Sarney. I fucking whatever. That it was not in his best interest to travel to Fort Mistmere and, in fact, tell the people. Try disactivating it, Ryan, and reactivating it again. And do some dancing or something. There you go. Look at that. Turn it on and then off again. However, he, a good, loyal soldier, decided that following his orders was the only thing in his best interest, giving you know how the TTC behaves when people do not follow orders. Having had a fairly reasonable discussion, Sergeant Sarney decided it was time to go to bed and join his comrades in the one tent. Or I guess two tents. I'm guessing, Vite Carl, you were sleeping somewhere. Guessing we pitched
Just
a
next to the
tent.
fire, yeah, with
Okay.
Dusty's kit bag.
Can I copy and paste to the tent that is locked? I can. Oh my god, beautiful. Let's go. Unlock position. I don't want you to be locked anymore. There we go. We'll say your tent is over here. I'll drag you guys onto the encounter, quote-unquote, map. Either way, as Sergeant Sarni went to bed, you all awoke, or at least Xechas awoke, to discuss with Dusty the next path forward. And when we went to break, you had just thrown a piece of paper into the fire that read, "It's a shame. They seemed like such nice lads." And that's where we're picking up right now.
I think Dusty points to the notepad again, like he wants to see it.
I pass it to you.
And then as he writes into it, what Xechas sees is, gotta make it look like the dead.
I'll take it
And
back.
then rips that one out and fucking
I'll-
tosses it in the fire.
Before you do, I'll wait 20 minutes for them to fall asleep. Then I'll rip it out and throw it in the fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, I guess,
Vicar's just snoozing in the tent peacefully in the background.
I might go sit next to Vite Carl, almost like I'm about to go to bed, but not quite.
Fair.
And I'm gonna actually take the start of a watch.
Also fair. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. And guidance myself too, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
The night is quiet. Like I said, there's that kind of muffled silence that comes with a heavy snowfall. But in the distance, you can just barely hear the sounds of what you can only imagine is other groups of survivors in the forest being put to rest. You hear brief screams, occasional crack of gunfire, and then silence returns. But it sounds easily far enough away from your camp that you don't need to worry about it for tonight. As you're left there in the cold, silent snow, left with only the weight of the decision that you might be about to make. Sorry, had to put a little salt in the wound there. The rest of your watch passes without incident, allowing you to do whatever it is you're going to do.
Oh god, okay. After about 20 minutes,
The DM
I hear
guilt.
snoring coming from the tent.
Yes, you do. You would hear that with that perception check.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up Bite Coral and Greg. Just with a hand over their mouth.
Greg
Is
is
Greg dead?
unwakeable. He sleeps. He sleeps like a rock. You try
Okay,
to wake
good.
him up and he just... A big drool just kind of trickles down his cheek onto the pillow.
Okay,
I'm not going to commit murder on the character's
with Hell's
behalf.
character.
With Hell's
Okay.
character. Greg is sleeping
I am
through
gonna
this
use
one.
I am gonna use his son though.
I figured. I had an idea where this was going.
Okay.
So,
I'll wake up
Carl,
Bite
you're kind
Carl
of
quietly.
awoken to Xechas quietly, like, waking you up.
Mr. Bear.
My hand's over your mouth, literally. Take my hand off your mouth. I open my notebook, and I write in it, "They know that the captain was betrayed." And then I just kind of look at you with solemn eyes.
I take the pen and I just draw a smiley face with a little helmet and then I scratch through it as I'm looking at him.
I take it back and I draw a frowny face. And then again, do you want the book first or can I rip the page out?
Dusty's gonna go back, grab the pen, and on the paper write what he wrote to you as well. Needs to look like the dead. And he's gonna point at your bag of holding, and then take one of the blue rot bullets out of his pouch, almost like he's trying to say, "Poison these fuckers, please, please kill these guys."
Roll for
Fucking
interpretive
rock.
dance. No, that's fine. You guys can kind of
Dance.
infer what's being said here.
No, I have
I'm-
no idea. what's going to happen when we release Greg Jr. into this tent. But
What if Craig
I'm-
Jr. dies? What if Craig Jr. dies?
That's
It's okay.
Us, not the
When
DM.
Hell's missed the session, he left us in control of his pet too. I will allow it.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna... I have a plan. I have a plan. I just kind of nod as if I'm ready. No.
I have no idea what's happening or what's about to happen. I'm so excited for it.
I'm just gonna stand on guard at the tent that they're not at, like Greg and everybody, and I'm just gonna like watch the door.
Drag your guys onto the board, please,
Whoop.
if you don't mind, so we can have a visual for
I've
the
got
stream.
Xechas's jagged knife.
Mhm.
Whoop, whoop.
Just the head of it, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Would my other guns be unthawed or like unwatery at this point? If I had spent the time.
I mean,
cleaning them
yeah,
out?
you've been cleaning them on your watch. I will say roll me a Tinkerer's Tools check. We'll say that happened passively during your watch. With advantage, because you had like a 4-hour period to sit down and tinker with it.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That's the exact same roll both ways. It's pretty cool. Yeah, your weapon is back in complete working order. Both of them, I would say.
Sweet.
He remembers he has a blue rot bullet in that motherfucker.
It is.
He's
It was
gonna
kind
change
of,
the
you kind of
powder
had to
out.
chisel out some ice that had kind of frozen in and around the barrel, but eventually you do manage to kind of knock the bullet out the end, and you do still have your blue rot bullet. And you reload your weapons appropriately.
So he's gonna load that back up. And just sit at the front of the tent, waiting to see what happens next.
All right. I'm gonna just nod at them. Wait for a nod back from both. And I'm gonna... Oh, shit, I hit the back button. I'm gonna go around the back of the tent
Okay.
and... are they pretty dang asleep?
Yes, the 4 of them are all clustered. It only opens from one side, however. Around.
Oh,
the
it does?
front.
Okay, never mind.
Yes.
I'll go into the front. It's pretty fucking cramped in there, isn't it?
Yes, they're like 4
Okay.
laying completely side by side, shoulder to shoulder. That's... I would say these tents can comfortably sleep 3. 4 uncomfortably can sleep in them, but that's like the
Okay.
absolute max for the standard traveling tent that you guys have currently.
Okay, so I'm gonna get ready. First, I'm gonna take Greg Jr. out.
Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of... I can't turn the bag upside down. I'm just gonna kind of like reach in and pull him out by his arms, I guess. Somebody give me a hand getting him out of here.
You pull up this
Got
one
it.
blue undead limp arm and feeling it, you can literally feel that none of the bones are like solid. There's just pieces. Like it crunches when you squeeze it. They're kind of stretchier than they should be. It's like holding 2 wet noodles with little crunchy bits inside.
He's like a Lance
Nice.
Armstrong.
Does he have any wounds?
Several. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take my dagger and run the flat part of them over one of the wounds.
Okay. So your blade
it
has
all
been
viscerated.
poisoned. I'll say you get 2 uses out of that
Okay.
before it's rubbed off.
And then I'm just gonna kind of look at them, open the flap, and shove him in and close the flap.
Okay.
So I'm gonna smack him and then I'm gonna shove him in and
Okay.
close the flap.
Did I get a short rest in?
You did. Yes, I would say at this point a short rest at least. Not a
And
full
then
long rest because you got woke up halfway through to commit murder, but I'll count the 4 hours as a short one.
As
Second
as
God
soon as
damn
he
it.
goes in and shuts the flap, Vicarl just kind of fetal positions in front of the door, but then starts to and then a puff of fur, and I'm gonna turn into a cave bear and just sit in front of it. Just
Okay. So, as the flaps opened, Greg Jr. is tossed in. You do remember he was told, or Greg was told, that he will follow Greg's instructions. So you throw a limp-armed, give me 1 second, limp-armed zombie creature into their tent, and it just flops over onto them, tripping as they do. You hear an immediate panic from inside the tent. What's that? What's that? And you hear Greg's just muffled zombie sounds as he's struggling to get up. And you just hear sheer panic inside. You hear the sound of weapons trying to be drawn, but they're all hitting against each other in the cramped tent with Greg Jr. now on top of them. And they begin to kind of stumble towards the exit, and you see the sergeant first coming out, because he was the last one in the tent, he's closest to the door, kind of begin crawling out through the tent as Greg Jr. is flailing as uselessly as the rest of them, just trying to get his footing, because he has no idea what the fuck's happening, but he has no arms to lift himself up with. Like, he has no functional arms to do so with, so he's kind of just laying there on the ground trying to nip and bite at whoever gets close to him, but they're all kind of trying to shove him away. But the first one does kind of crawl through the gate. The sergeant looks up and sees the three of you all staring down, but instead of Vite Carl, there is a bear. And as you all kind of look down at the tent with murderous intent, get it? Intent. Roll for initiative.
Listen.
Please. Click your minis and roll for initiative. Greg Jr. will act on the 20 initiative.
I always roll so good on initiative and nothing else.
Because you like to go first. Y'all are about to commit murder. This has never happened in one of our D&D games. We're about to wholesale slaughter some more or less innocent people. I'm so fucking here for it. First guy comes out of the tent. I think that's all four. Yep. Let's go descending order. I need a zombie. Let's pull up a quick zombie here. There's nothing left in that energy drink. I'm sad about it, but that's enough for today. We don't need more. Okay, what do we got? Bump in the night set. We got a mummy. That's not a zombie. That's not a zombie.
That's your mom.
Oh, there's a zombie.
A mombi.
There's Greg Jr., guys. Look at him. Look at him.
Glorious.
He's wonderful.
Creature.
So first in the initiative is going to be Xechas. You see as Sergeant Starmer comes out. Or not Starmer. Fucking goddamn it. Starney comes out and looks up at you. And there's like a brief flash of realization on his face. What's up, Zach? Welcome.
Xechas has just a bit of a hint of regret on his face, as just without words, he's gonna go down and stab twice at the prone man with the dagger.
Roll me 2 attacks with advantage, because he is in fact prone and crawling on all fours. As you raise the daggers, there's that brief moment, like you said, of just mild regret as you understand what you're about to do and the consequences that may follow, and you bring the dagger down without hesitation after that and finish. Go ahead and roll your damage. Those both hit completely. Okay.
10 total.
Not so bad for 10 total.
No, it's just a dagger.
He is still alive. You feel the dagger sink through flesh and crack through bone. Then you withdraw it and pull it back down one more time. Same deafening crunch and squelching sound. As you remove the dagger, you hear the sergeant immediately regret or act with pain, and there's like a look of regret for trusting you guys in that brief moment yesterday when he allowed you to travel with him. And he just kind of looks up and he's trying to regain his feet under the flurry of blows, but he's unable to do so. Next up,
Does he have to roll like a con save or something?
Oh
for
yes,
the poison?
the rot. He fails. You hear him like, oh, what, fucker. And yeah, he is now definitely infected with the rot. The other guy, one of the other soldiers, we'll say that's Mouse, in there, is going to, at this point, couldn't get his gun out because he only has a bayonet on him and his fucking musket, is just going to wildly try to grab out through the tent at your leg, and try to grapple you and get a good hold on your leg. So Roll me a acrobatics or athletics or check. He's just gonna reach out, try to grab your foot, and like wrench your foot out from under you and trip you.
Use my inspiration.
Go ahead. Yes, you may. Okay. As you feel a pair of hands just come out and grab your boot and pull, your foot slides a little on the ice and snow, but you dig your feet in enough just to get grip. Manage to shake the hands off. It seems like there is someone else inside trying to get out. His movement, he can't get out around his friend. He's just trapped in there with Greg Jr. So Dusty, you're up. I need a drowned. Drowned.
Boy.
Can't believe you guys threw a fucking zombie in there. Wow, let's go battle playlist because we are in a battle. We are in a battle, you guys.
Dusty has his musket ready with the blue rot.
Mm-hmm.
The tent flap isn't open, right?
It's like hanging open on the dude who's half crawled through it on that side, and it's like ever so slightly open because there's two hands coming out the bottom of the half that Xechas is standing by, but like you still have like no eye line of sight there. Yes, Xechas.
Can I shoot his hands?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I was gonna say, can I use my reaction to open the flap?
Sure, if you would like to.
See him aiming and not getting anything?
Sure,
yeah, I'll do that.
Go ahead. Yeah, so no disadvantage on it because Xechas helps you out. Grabs the flap and pulls it open, revealing Mouse, who's looking up at you. He's like, fuck! And you just level your musket and pull the trigger. 19's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, boy.
How do you kill Mouse? Describe how you kill Mouse.
I think Dusty was aiming at his hand to shoot it, and then Xechas pulls the flap open, and Dusty just instinctively aims towards his head, and it's gone. Fucking gone. Just...
You all look as the tent flap is flapped open. Mouse looks up. Ah, shit! And as he's before he can even finish cursing, where his head once was is just it reduced to a spatter of brain and skull. Xechas, it kind of all up onto your shirt and jacket, covering you and the people in the tent as well. The two individuals in the back, still fumbling over Greg Jr., are screaming at the top of their lungs, trying to get their weapons ready as quickly as they can. There's just not enough room to draw a musket in a tent with 4 people cramped in it, but we'll see. Anything else, Dusty?
Yeah, does that guy get infected?
I mean, he's dead, and his face was blown off.
Yeah, none of the flesh that got
that's the wrong
infected
guy.
is there anymore.
You gather the infection may spread around the wound and like be corrupting and kind of rotting it, but not in the sense like it'll look like he got shot in the fucking face.
Because he did.
Unfortunate. I think at that point, Dusty shoots him. The flap's open now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll say you like
Dusty...
flipped it over the side of the tent, so it's hanging open.
As Dusty fires, he's gonna drop his musket, and the fucking leather strap on it's gonna catch as he draws his pistol and goes for his second shot on the guy further back.
On the guy in the back?
Yeah.
I will say you're shooting around Greg Jr., who is also flailing around. Like, there's just motion in this tent, so it's a called shot to try to shoot around him. You do have marksman, though. So, this is more, I'm going to say...
I know exactly what you're fucking thinking, JT.
If I shoot through Greg Jr., can I get infection into this man?
Yes. Probably, maybe. That's going to be a roll, but that's going to be a percentile roll. Okay, so roll to hit the shot. See if you hit the shot. Understanding you will be damaging Greg Jr.
I don't know if Dusty gives a rat's ass about Greg Jr.
Valid. That's fair.
So I'm gonna...
Go ahead and roll your shot. I will say at disadvantage because you're trying to put a bullet through somebody and into something else.
Well, that's gonna be a 13 total.
Okay, a 13. Let's see if it hits the company recruit. It just does. He's a 13 to his AC. And the Drowned Blade has a 10. So yes, you hit both. Roll your damage.
9 piercing total.
Okay. Greg Jr.'s just flailing around. He turns to face you as the light shines in from the tent. And with a confused look, kind of just tilts his head like, as you fire the shot, the round just tears through his torso. And you see one of the other soldiers behind him now, in this moment, beginning to pull out his musket and just turn it now that he has a little space to breathe with. As he does, the bullet just racks into him, and he kind of stumbles back in the tent, getting caught in the flaps. He is still alive, and we will be rolling a check for him. If you roll me a percentile above a 60%, and we'll say the infection carries. That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's what we like to see.
He does succeed, though. He does not
Unfortunate.
suffer an infection from it. He stumbles back as the bullet finds its way into his torso, slightly reduced, having gone through somebody. But he's still alive now, kind of has his musket turning a little bit towards either you or Greg Jr., not quite sure yet. Next up is going to be... Oh, he gets to respond to everything. Xechas, as you stab down twice at fucking Sergeant Starmy, he is going to just... he has nothing. He's literally just a dude. He's going to grab his bayonet, which he hasn't affixed to his rifle. Like, it's still hooked in his belt. He's going to reach out, see a giant bear in front of him, and you removing the dagger from his back, and he's just going to grab it and try to stab up at you. That is a 9 to hit. That's not going to hit. As he does, it kind of hits your armored coat that you wear, catching on some of the steel you've inlaid into it, and not managing to pierce it at all. That'll be his turn. Does he get 2 attacks? No, he doesn't. Just 1. Bear Carl.
Oh no, I have to be hit by the melee attack. Okay.
Yes, you do.
Bear Carl, do
You also
swinging.
used a reaction for something already.
Oh yeah,
Well,
right.
Bear
I'm gonna
Carl.
go ahead and see that man go stabbing at Xechas, and as he's like pulling back, Bear Carl's already coming down on him. And I want to just slam down with a claw. All right, that is a 22 to hit.
Go ahead and
Whoop, whoop,
describe to me how you kill Sergeant Starmy.
Oh, amazing. I just come right down. As he's moving his hand down, one bear arm grabs the arm and like pins that down. And then the other one just goes straight for the neck and just...
Oof. As your arm comes down on his wrist, you hear the crunch of bones. He struggles, and you see the kind of just a little more give than he should have had. His bones clearly break under your weight. Then with the last strike, you come down with the other paw and claw into the neck, kind of piercing your way into it and crushing it at the same time. And Sergeant Starmy dies, coughing and retching up what is left of his blood. That's 2 of them gone. As there's just a bloody mess in front of this tent now, between the mouse and his, head being relocated into several different districts around the tent, and now Sergeant Starmy having just been completely crushed by a bear. There's just 2 people in the back with a zombie flailing around in the tent and just a pile of viscera in front of it. Anything else you want to do, Bear Carl?
Now that gonna be Bear Carl. Brrr.
Okay. Next up is one of the guys in the back. He is going to make a dexterity check to try to pull his gun out. He can't. He just can't get the musket out of where he had it kind of lodged between Greg and his comrade flailing around. He's unable to do so. So he is just going to try to rush forward and push past Greg Jr. And flee out of the entrance of the tent with a 15. Greg Jr. gets... Skirt. There we go. Oh. As he goes to put his shoulder down and run towards Greg, Greg, hears him coming and goes... and just flails into him with spaghetti arms. And the guy gets knocked back to the ground and is unable to push past. He's in big trouble. Last up is the guy in the back who is able, in that brief time, capable of getting his musket. He aims it past Greg, Dusty, straight towards you, having witnessed what you did to Mouse just earlier, whom he seemed to be pretty close with, based on the interactions you saw. And he's gonna fire. Damn it, dude. He's gonna aim the musket, and you can see it kind of shaking as he trembles from the fear he's feeling at this point, tries to level the musket towards you, and as he fires, he's just gone wide. You feel something kind of rush past you, but not far enough to give you any concern, as smoke now fills inside the tent. So it's basically a top half filled with smoke that's billowing out from the end of the gun, and then you see Greg Jr.'s legs flailing around in the smoke. It is absolute chaos in there. Xechas, you're up. Anyone shooting into the tent is doing so at reduced vision at this point, as the smoke from the end of the musket just completely obscures your vision. So any ranged attacks are disadvantaged. Melee too.
I'm going to drop the flap and take my dagger and go around the outside of the tent here to where this dude is inside.
Okay.
And I'm going to just stab twice through the tent.
Okay, roll me a melee attack at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm going to use my advantage that Kayla gave me to cancel out one of them.
Fair, you may do that. Thank you, Kayla. 20 will hit.
So a 20 and 8.
Okay, the 8 will miss. So as you stab down, you feel the blade cut through fabric, or the fabric of the tent, and into something beneath. You hear the grunt of pain kind of resonate through. You withdraw the dagger and try to stab in the same place. At this point, the individual inside that you stabbed seemed to have moved, and you were not able to find purchase. But as you stab through the tent, smoke begins billowing out the 2 holes you've just put in it, also obscuring your sight for a moment. Mm-hmm. You did manage to get a good piece. 4 damage. Yep. He is not yet dead. Okay. Anything else?
And then I'm just going to move back around to the front.
Okay.
But over here.
No attack of opportunity because he cannot see you, and he doesn't really know where you are outside the tent. Next up, that guy's dead. Dusty, you're up. The flaps on the tent are closed now, and there's just like a little smoke kind of billowing out the crack in the middle of them. You see people flailing around against the inside of the tent. What are you doing?
Watching Xechas walk around that side, I think, as like he took both of his shots, he put the pistol back. When he was reloading, he was gonna put the blue rot back in it, because at this point, that's what he's going for, is to just make him look sick.
Yeah, fair. Xechas,
so you'll walk here.
You did poison that dude. He fails.
Sweet. So no more uses of the poison on that, but...
No, but you did infect both people, and Sergeant Starmy also had visible signs of infection when he died.
I have 4 more of these. So, the shot, I'm going to point towards the back of the tent and just shoot through the flap, trying to hit the guy in front of me.
Okay, roll an attack at disadvantage. You just see movement, something occasionally brushing against the inside of the flap. Jesus, 20. Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
Plus 10 to hit. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's 9 piercing with the blue rot bullet.
Okay. All right. You hear, again, as a goes off, you hear someone struggling to withstand the might of your strikes. It seems like both of them are in pretty rough shape. You can't have any way of really telling if the infections hold, given you can't see them, but you both scored 2 pretty good hits. Next up would be Sergeant Starmy, who's up. Who's dead? Anything else you want to do, Dusty?
Yeah, similar to the last time. He fires, drops, quick draws the pistol again, and fucking
just another shot straight through. Fair enough.
Shoots it. This is supposed to be 18.
That'll hit.
For 7 damage.
Okay. As you pull out the pistol, Following your first shot, you fire again into the side of the tent. You hear the bullet rip through the fabric and into something squishy beneath, and then the tent on this side stops flailing altogether. It seems like whoever was behind it has fallen silent. In fact, you kind of see a little bit of a bump pushing against the bottom of the tent as the body slumps down. And there's just the one guy struggling with Greg Jr. inside now. Bear Carl, you're up.
All right, Bear Carl's gonna kind of see the other two using the tent, and he's gonna go make a circle all the way around to where he sees the tent flap still kind of moving, and he's gonna do the same thing, just try to push and try and bear crush.
Okay.
Let's
Roll me attack with
go.
disadvantage.
Bear crush. Whoop. And ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Can I do that on this one? No, I can't. I just gotta roll it twice. Whoop. Well.
Okay, so as you raise up to slam down, your claws go through the tent fabric, tearing into it, and you fall in, and the smoke just billows out into your bare face. You start coughing, wheezing as the smoke fills your nostrils and your lungs. Your attack misses entirely. You're about a foot to the left of where you needed to be, and you just look up and see the face of a terrified soldier looking down at you, realizing he has nowhere else to run.
And I got multi-attack, so let's try this at disadvantage.
You do.
Oh, come on. Please, 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 please. Oh!
Go ahead and describe to me how you killed the last of your 4 victims this evening.
I crush down, I get smoke, and just as I'm like going, I start biting wildly, and I just magically just grab him and throw him right behind me, and I just like bear suplex him, just poof.
Okay, he flies out behind you, crashes into the barren, snow-covered tree branch. As he hits it, ice and snow kind of tumbles off of it, and his body falls into the snow, and you see the blank expression of one of the young men that you helped lead to this camp, just staring blankly. And you figure the last thing that boy ever saw was you throwing him into a tree. You all stand around your camp, the smoke from the fire still just making its way up, what smoke is left from the gunfire in the tent, and the musket fire from Dusty outside kind of just floats quietly into the windless, cold winter air, almost floating heavily on the air, almost as heavily as the actions you have taken this evening. And that is where we will end the session for tonight. Feels like a heavy spot and an appropriate spot to do so.
Oh, man. Oh, morals are gray.
That's
The
them,
line is
right?
blurry.
Ooh, that was magical. That was great. Oh, can fell over. We're fine.
All's
We're
fair
fine.
in love and war.
Yep. Savor it.
That
Dude,
was fun.
I fucking tried, man.
I am not liable.
That was a lot. That was a heavy session. We had some tech issues at the beginning that kind of cut into our time. So that's going to be a shorter YouTube video today, but it felt like a really appropriate place to end the session. We'll come back next week with some heavy shit to look into and deal with as a party. I'm looking forward to that. So, in the meantime, y'all, I'm going to find someone for us to raid out to. While I do that, Ryan, my friend, why don't you tell the people something you got going on at the little purple house while we raid out to the Hermes.
Gay stuff.
Woo! Man, stuck the landing. That's it,
Ow.
just gay stuff. Okay, cool, awesome. Gay
stuff.
stuff. Find it at the Purple House on the Hill is gay as the day is long, everybody. Enjoy it. JTB, what do you got to share with the people?
Not a whole lot. If you're in the Philly area, I guess I'll be out that way.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out Philly.
Yeah.
Go show some
going to
love.
visit the homies.
Go see Dead Wrong. Go show some love to Dead Wrong. Let's go. Go do it. Go do it right now.
Go listen to the Friends band. Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now. Chris, of course, I leave the floor to you. Last but not least, words of wisdom for our good viewers in chat.
Just remember, you might think that you're fast, but then along comes this guy. It didn't work.
Damn. Oh. I like it. Fair enough. So, that'll be it for tonight, y'all. Thank you for coming. Sorry the session was shorter. Discord was discording, but we got there in the end. We committed murder, like just outright murder tonight. That has never happened in one of our D&D streams. It's pretty exciting, y'all. So be sure to, enjoy that, because I don't know how often that's going to be happening. If y'all haven't already and want to, swing into the Discord, check out the YouTube. We got merch. Go check out the merch. And last but not least, if you got the emotes, copy and paste those into text chat and let them know that we over at the Apothecary and, everyone here, that we sent you over there. Be nice. Have fun. We love you guys. Be good to each other. See ya. Hey everybody, I'm Rusty Tonics. Thank you again for coming by the stream or checking this video out on YouTube. It means a lot to us over here at the Apothecary, and it's always a pleasure to share our D&D games with all of you. If you're interested in catching them live, you can see us every Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern on Twitch, or every Friday after the stream comes out on YouTube on demand. Feel free to check it out, drop a follow, drop the subscription, or whatever you want to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified whenever our videos are coming out. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Keep being good to each other, and I'll see you next time.